Good night. Today I will talk about the origin of electric vehicles. But let's start with the beginning. One of the great advances of the 20th century was the railways, which became a very efficient solution for transporting cargo and people over long distances. However, individual passenger transport was still done using carriage pulled by animals, something that led to the search for different transport solutions. With the invention of electricity, even before automobiles based on combustion were made, energy powered vehicles were being thought of. Robert Anderson, English inventor, brought in 1839 a prototype of a traditional car powered by electric cells. However, at this point, the batteries were not rechargeable, which limit these and other prototypes that were carried out later by several researchers. However, in 1859, the French scientist Gaston Planté invented batteries that could now be recharged as early as 1881. The inventor Camille Fouat improved the model by increasing batteries' charge capacity. This allowed the French engineer Gustave Trouvé to present to the world in the same year a tricycle driven by an electric engine. In 1888, what is considered the first electric car, the Flocken Electrowagen, created by a businessman called Andreas Flocken, appeared in Germany. This is Andreas Flocken and his car, which is a four-wheel car with a 0.7 kilowatt motor and a 100 kilos battery, reaching only reaching only just 15 kilometers an hour. Is very different to the what we have nowadays. Very different. Nowadays we have uh, electric cars reaching 0 to 100 kilometers in less than 3 seconds. It's very different. But let's continue. And beginning in the 20th century, electric cars gained more popularity, with the New York boasting a fleet of 16 electric taxis. However, some factors contributed to the fact that shortly after this moment, combustion powered cars dominated the entire scenario. Already in 1914, Henry Ford began the series productions of the first popular car in history, the Ford T. This is the Ford T, which, due to the production model known as Fordism, had a price of $650, lower than the average of $1,750 paid in electric cars. This factor added to the recent oil reserves found in the USA that made fuel cheaper, in line with the little electrical network infrastructure in the world, contributed to the hegemony of the combustion vehicle. So these $1,650 in conversion to what the dollar costs today is like $20,000. So if the 40 was launched today, it will cost $20,000. So let's continue. However, after World War II, interest in the electric reappeared due to the fuel shortage caused by the conflict. In 1941, Peugeot launched the VLV, the brand's first electric vehicle, and Nissan exhibited the Tema in Japan in 1947. Therefore, it was on the oil crisis of the 70s that electric cars gained strength again. Due to the energy dependence of the sector, allied to the increase in the price of oil. With that, two famous models were launched: the A-Field 8000, launched in the United Kingdom, and the City Car, this beautiful car, an American model from the company Sebring. At the end of the 20th century, with electric cars more focused on the issue of sustainability, the state of California gave benefits to automakers that produced electric cars. In the same period, General Motors, in 1996, introduced the EV1 with a range of 116 kilometers. However, due to costs of the production of this car, in 1999, its production ended because it's too expensive. So, started the new century. In 2006, the newly created Tesla Motors, the same Tesla that we have today, announced that it would produce electric cars, and in 2008 it launched the Tesla Roadster. In about 15 years ago, and is still a beautiful car, and is electric, which with a sporty design and autonomy of more than 300 kilometers due to the new technology of lithium-ion batteries, managed to shake the market and draw attention, again from major automakers. Over the years, the greatest climate concern, there has been a lot of talk about the electric cars as a more sustainable alternative for locomotion, which makes governments encourage their production, with which put electric cars on a higher shelf of importance, consolidating their maintains in the automobile market. In the first, no, so I have here some data that shows how increase are the electric vehicles in our lives, even here in Brazil. In the first 4 months of 2023, 19,745 electrified vehicles were registered in Brazil, 51% higher than the same period in 2022, and practically the same total for the entire year of 2020. In addition, in the same 4 months, the Tesla Model Y, this one, overcome the legendary Toyota Corolla and became the best-selling car in the world. Now, the Tesla Model Y is the best-selling car in the world and is an electric car. This is great, I think. With 200,000 and 76,200 units against the a little bit less for the Corolla. It's a big number, it's a hard number to say. Another important fact is that the European Union approved the end of sales of combustion vehicles by 2035. It's an aggressive achievement if they can do that, but I think they can't. That is, only cars that have zero CO2 emissions will be sold. However, it is still being discussed whether electric cars are the real solution for mobility sustainable. It's a big debate that will overcome the next decades and become more important every day, every single day. And what do you think, Rachel?